What foods can trigger a psoriasis flare-up? Overview. When you have psoriasis, reducing triggers is an important part of managing your condition and avoiding flare-ups. Psoriasis flare-ups can be caused by a variety of triggers. These triggers may include bad weather, excess stress, and certain foods. Let's take a look at the foods that are most likely to trigger a psoriasis flare-up. There are some foods that are helpful to incorporate and certain diets to consider when creating a treatment plan for your psoriasis. The foods listed below have been reported to trigger flare-ups, but they may not affect all those affected by psoriasis. Foods to avoid if you have psoriasis. With psoriasis, it's important to avoid foods that can trigger inflammation. Inflammation and the immune system response can lead to a flare-up. Red meat and dairy. Both red meat and dairy, especially eggs, contain a polyunsaturated fatty acid called arachidonic acid. Past research has shown that byproducts of arachidonic acid may play a role in creating psoriatic lesions. Foods to avoid include red meat, especially beef, sausage, bacon, and other processed red meats, eggs and egg dishes, gluten. Celiac disease is a health condition characterized by an autoimmune response to the protein gluten. People with psoriasis have been found to have increased markers for gluten sensitivity. If you have psoriasis and a gluten sensitivity, it's important to cut out gluten-containing foods. Foods to avoid include wheat and wheat derivatives, rye, barley, and malt, pasta, noodles, and baked goods containing wheat, rye, barley, and malt, certain processed foods, certain sauces and condiments, beer and malt beverages, processed foods. Eating too many processed, high-calorie foods can lead to obesity, metabolic syndrome, and a variety of chronic health conditions. Certain conditions such as these cause chronic inflammation in the body, which may be linked to psoriasis flare-ups. Foods to avoid include processed meats, prepackaged food products, canned fruits and vegetables, any processed foods high in sugar, salt, and fat, nightshades. One of the most commonly reported triggers for psoriasis flare-ups is the consumption of nightshades. Nightshade plants contain solanine, which has been known to affect digestion in humans and may be a cause of inflammation. Foods to avoid include tomatoes, potatoes, eggplants, peppers, alcohol. Autoimmune flare-ups are linked to the health of the immune system. Alcohol is believed to be a psoriasis trigger due to its disruptive effects on the various pathways of the immune system. If you have psoriasis, it may be best to drink alcohol very sparingly.